Well, we've met our guests and I feel like we're on a bit of a casserole. So I'm going to up the ante and make some slow cooked meal because this is one of my personal favourites, a casserole or a stew. So the first step, Chloe, we're going to get some of this meat into this bag with a bit of flour. So do you want to pop the meat in the flour, meat in the bag? Okay.
I think the flour
Meat the flour in the bag. Good. Good. Now, you use a secondary cut for these sorts of things because you want meat that's nice and marbled and fatty. How do you feel about meat, Chloe?
Yeah, I like meat.
Delicious.
Glad you asked Chloe afterwards.
I know, I should have thought about
All
that.
of it?
Very insensitive. Yeah, let's just use some of it, I reckon.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Here we are. And then some flour in there.
This is all part of the shake and bake technique of cooking, I think.
It is, that's right. And the reason that we use that, do you want to give it a shake? Or, in fact, Phoebe, do you want to give it a shake? Close up the bag, give it a shake.
Better close up that lid.
Yes, close up the bag. And the reason we do that is because we want to coat the meat with the flour just before we cook it. That'll help to brown the meat. It'll also help to thicken up the sauce. Okay, let's start shaking. Very cool.
Oh, prune candy.
Wonderful. Oh, that's perfect. Now, this is a really great meal to be eating in winter time, but I don't mind a good casserole in spring or summer either. That's good. Well done. Well played. All right, now this is going to go into a preheated pan. You want it on a medium-high heat because you just want to brown that meat. Now, the key here is not to overcrowd the pan, and you want to hear that sizzle. So you can hear it there. Get a grown-up, obviously, to help you with this part. And what you will hear, in fact, I'm going to turn that right up. What you'll hear is the bubbling. Come in close and check out this bubbling motion of the meat. That's going to help it to activate the Maillard reaction, which is a fancy way of saying browned. Now, meanwhile, speaking of browned, Phoebe, I'm going to get you to start chopping that bacon for me into little fine dice. That's gorgeous.
Careful of those fingers.
Chloe, I'm going to get you on grabbing me that onion. Wonderful. And I'm about to turn this meat. So the colour that we're going for, Chloe, if you can grab that bowl just over there. Awesome. Is just like that. That's some meat that was browned earlier. And you can see you're actually taking it to beyond the point that you think. It's actually quite charred in some ways. Now, if you want to get onto the other ingredients for me there, Nick, we've halved the potato. Get a grown-up to help you with that. Now we're going to turn the heat down a little bit and add the onions to the pan. And I like to keep the meat juices inside already. The reason for that is because now what they're going to do is they're going to coat the onion with all that meaty flavour. Yum, yum, yum. Now, have you made any casseroles at home, Chloe?
No.
No? Well, you'll have to start. There we go. And all different cultures have their own version of casseroles. Oh, that smells good. Bring me the bacon.
Oh.
Bring on the bacon. Now, you don't have to put the bacon in, but it does add flavour. Wonderful. If you want to put something else in, let's say a beef version of bacon, you can put in some bresaola or any sort of beef sausage, let's say. Lamb sausage. Ooh, can you smell that?
Yeah.
That smells really nice. Now, let's imagine that has magically been sweating away for about 5 to 10 minutes. You want that really nice and cooked down because at this point we're going to add the potato and the carrot in here. Bring it over to me. Lovely.
Let's get a bit of a conga line, send it all down there.
Yes. Now, the reason I love the way that you guys have chopped that, the reason that we keep it nice and rough is because it's going to be cooking, depending on the size of the meat, it's going to be cooking for between 1.5 to 4 hours. So it's a long time and you don't want things to break up. I tend to ask my fruit and veg greengrocer which potato is best for a casserole. You want one that holds its shape, not one that breaks up like, say, a mashing potato. Lovely work. Now, Chloe, do you want to throw the meat in there for me? Very carefully, obviously.
And then Phoebe, throwing the leftover meat as well.
Excellent. Yep, all of it in. Great job. All right. Now, if you want to, thank you very much. If you want to grab the ingredients from behind, we're going to start adding some more stuff to it. And at this point, it's going to look kind of a little bit like a dog's breakfast. This looks a lot like my dog's breakfast at this point.
Crunchy doesn't eat that well.
But when you're at this point, you can add your flavouring. So over here, we've got some tomato passata or chopped tomatoes. We've got some garlic, which we're going to put whole. In fact, Chloe, do you want to give that a little crush with your palms just to release some flavour? Yeah, lovely.
Nice, Chloe. You've done that before. The old garlic
You've
crusher.
definitely done that before. And Phoebe, what do you think that is, that leaf there? I'll give you a clue. This one's a bay leaf. So the bay leaf gives you flavour, that's your clue. Yeah. And then into there, some herbs, give that a whiff. Yummy. And you can put whatever herbs you want to. Hard herbs go in here, soft herbs go at the end. And what do you think that is, Nick?
That looks like beef stock to me, Alice.
It is beef stock. So that's going to go in as well. In fact, Chloe, do you want to pour that one in? Give it a pour. Pour it all in there. You want to cover the meat with whatever liquid you've chosen. So sometimes if I don't have enough liquid to meat, what I'll do after I've given it a nice little shake around is I'll actually add a little bit of water, because after 4 hours, it's all beef stock, really. Now, at this point, you want to bring it to the boil, and then if you are going to be putting it in the oven, which we are going to do, you put a lid on it and you pop it in the oven. And lucky for us, we've got some that's been cooking away. So, Nick, do you want to grab some oven gloves and grab it out of the oven for me?
Alice, I've been waiting for you to ask. Oh, Cappy, my Cappy, I'm ready.
Well played, sir. So, out of the oven comes 180 degrees. Now, the thing with this is it is heavy, but not so heavy. But it definitely is a grown-up job.
Do you want that?
Yes, lift the lid.
Stand back, girls, stand back, just in case.
That is magic. This is one of my favourite cooking magical experiences, because have a look at that. Have a look inside that pot. We've got the meat that's bubbled away. It's broken up. We're going to add some fresh herbs on top. Phoebe, Chloe, you can do the honours. Grab pinches of herbs. If you want the recipe for this, check out our website, because I tell you what, very happy people at home. Give that a season. Salt flakes, there we go. Give it a stir. Nick, do you want to grab a plate for me?
Yes, I'll get some plates. We'll have a taste in a second, but we need to get ready for our next segment, so we'll catch you soon.
Come on, crunch time.